Hello, my amazing Aries. Welcome back. As you know, I'm Sachi the Scorpio, and I'm here to deliver your guided twin flame soulmate reading for the month of June. Please like, comment, and subscribe. The more energy that you send me, the more energy that I can send to you. And as you probably noticed, you are not first in line. So I have started doing my videos in order of whatever sign gets the most likes from the previous video set. So if you would like to see your next video sooner, please send me the likes. So anybody new here, welcome. Today we're going to be using the Spellcaster's Tarot for the general energy. We also take a look at the light aspect of things, and that is the lighter karmic lessons of what's going on and also what is known to us, what is in the light. We also take a look at the shadow, and that's the darker, deeper, more difficult karmic lessons and what might be hidden from us in the shadow. And we try to bring that to the light, not only to become aware of it, but so that we can heal it. So in the cleansing ceremony, the Magician in reverse popped up. So I feel like you're trying to manifest something, but it just hasn't come to fruition yet, right? I feel like you might not have all the ingredients necessary. You are really trying, but there's just something kind of blocking it. In the light energy, what came up during the cleansing ceremony was water energy. So I feel like you are being very emotional these days. And with, Mars in Pisces and Neptune, Mars, your ruling planet in Pisces, and then also, near Neptune in Pisces. And while I'm recording this, the moon is in Pisces. So there is a lot of emotional energy, and I know it's really influencing you considering that Mars is there, your ruling planet. But, the water energy is also associated with the throat chakra. So I feel like you might be more apt to speaking about your emotions. And in the shadow, what came up was Meow Stick. So we have a cat spirit coming up using the attack psychic. So I feel like you are increasing your psychic abilities, which is absolutely beautiful. And the Magician reverse even, you are learning how to manifest, you are learning how to use your magic, but there's just something stopping, blocking you is what I'm feeling. But you are increasing your psychic abilities, but also because it's in the shadow and this is a twin flame soulmate reading, you might be communicating with your twin or your soulmate on the 5D more telepathically. But all right, what is going on for Aries right now? Okay, so this wanted to do quite a twist, right? And end up in reverse. We have Malkuth, ground, the kingdom. So I feel like you have been really topsy-turvy, when it comes to grounding yourself. I feel like this might be something maybe that you aren't giving enough attention at this moment, and I feel like that could be stopping you, and the reason why things are not necessarily manifesting for you is because of the lack of grounding, which I did a root chakra needs, which I will link at the end of this video, to help you for what you might need for the rest of Gemini season to keep yourself grounded, right? Because if we're not grounded, if we don't have proper roots, then we aren't able to manifest from source, right? Or from our own energy. So I do think, because kingdom is in reverse, there is some issues with grounding. There's might be some issues with your root chakra, and also there might be issues in your kingdom, right? Like your friends group, your family, whatever it may be, where you live. There's a lot going on. And we have Keter, the crown, spirituality. Yeah, so the thing is like you really are working on your spirituality, and I feel that with the Magician there. But like I said, it's in reverse. Like the reason why you can't manifest through the crown, right? And why that is a little bit unclear. And the crown is all about the downloads that you are, internalizing from the external world. It's just how you take everything that is on the outside and how you interpret that data into the inside, and how that, how that processes in your body and, influences your other chakra, right? So we have the grounding, the root, and the crown in reverse. So I feel like balance might be something that is stopping you from being able to manifest what you really want. I feel like you need to make sure that you root yourself, because it is influencing your spirituality. Not that I'm trying to tell you what to do, Aries, you have full autonomy here. You have the choice to do whatever you want, right? But the way that I do my readings is to try to unite you, with your twin flame, which is ultimately doing the work towards your highest good and your highest self. So take everything I say with a grain of salt if that's what you want to do, right? So, all right. Let's see what else is going on for Aries in the twin flame soulmate situation. What is going on? That wanted to come right to me. Raziel, the angel of mystery. So I do think that you're studying a lot, right? You're really looking into the mysteries of life. There's a lot of learning going on, and I think part of that is you comprehending that some things cannot be comprehended, and especially with Mars in Pisces, that's kind of the energy that we get in general, because Pisces is all about the incomprehensible truth, right? It's that sense of, you know, Pisces and Neptune, same energy, same thing, and the 12th house is also the same energy. It's all about you know, the unseen realm, the dreams, and the aspect of oneness, that we are all atoms vibrating together, and that the material is just an illusion, right? It's things that you can read about, but you truly can't comprehend. There's always this aspect of mysteries, you know, because we are constrained to a material form, right? And you being Aries as the first sign, you represent, after you learn all those mysteries, you are ready to be born again, right? Then you become Aries as the first sign of the zodiac that's ready to be a leader. So I really think that you are doing a lot of learning here, right? But learning and applying are two different things, my dear Aries. And I feel like the application, like something's blocking you manifesting, even though you know how to do it, but it's the fact that you aren't rooted in the right way to apply this spiritual knowledge that you know you have in your crown, right? You've been doing the research. What else for Aries? It's interesting, I don't see much about your twin flame here, but what's going on with Aries? Aha, so you're alone in this journey right now. So we have the right leg, endurance. So you are really holding this relationship by yourself right now. It could have been some sort of maybe abandonment sort of thing. Of course, the chaser, the runner sort of thing. And you are really holding the world, you know, on your back. And you are enduring this as the right leg alone, right? So you are, and here's the water. You know how I mentioned the water energy that came up during the cleansing ceremony? I feel like you are more open to talking about your emotions now, and I feel like your throat chakra has become unblocked and you're willing to talk about what you are feeling. But at the end of the day, you're still coming to the conclusion of, like, you are in this ocean of your emotions and you're alone here, right? You don't have the left leg to stand on. You know, you're holding this all by yourself, and I feel like I mean, that's a big burden to bear, Aries, and I totally understand that. But you still are, you're being so strong. You are very much enduring the pain that this is causing. But I think the thing is like, how do we get out of this endurance stage and force your divine counterpart to pull their weight, right? But all right, let's see what's the energy for the kingdom in reverse and spirituality in reverse. What's going on here? What is going on here? Yes, like I said, the magician. So you are definitely manifesting something, right? And it's a conversation that's not over with someone. There was a betrayal. And I feel like this is more of your twin, but there was some sort of betrayal, right? And maybe that's what has caused you to start learning magic and getting into magic. You are very much into manifesting, and you're doing that, but like I said, something is still kind of blocking that energy. But, you know, with the kingdom, how I mentioned, there could be some ish in your friend group or your family. We have the Four of Wands here, so you do have some sacred bonds. You know, this can be twin flamey energy because truly there are only two. But this is usually more community or family-based love. Like, these two people come together and they say, I will be with you to the end of days, right? Like, they will fight to the death for each other. And, you know, I had this in another reading. I don't remember which sign it was. It might have been Taurus for some reason, I'm thinking. But very much the union of black people and white people, you know, coming together to fight some common cause because, you know, our collective kingdom is very unrooted. And I think that we know that, right? And so I feel like this cause of union, of solidarity, of Black Lives Matter and things like that has really, really touched you, and you have been focusing a lot of your spiritual endeavors on this with the Magician, but this cycle cannot be completed with another person, right? And it's because the root, right? Your root, you're not as rooted as you need to. And if you are trying to manifest perhaps a soul tribe or manifest something within a particular relationship, and especially community-based relationships, it just, something has not finished that cycle, right? The Ten of Swords upright is, you know, like the cycle has been completed, right? 9 is when you complete the cycle within yourself, and 10 is when you complete it with another person. So whatever you want to complete with this other person, and we do have the King of Swords, so this could be very establishment-based, but whoever this person is in your particular life, it just has not come to fruition, right? That cycle is not completed. And part of it is because you might still just be connected to them. This might be a sacred soul bond. What's the light energy here? We have Meowth using Scratch, Trainer, Timer Ball in reverse, and Gramble using Tantrum. So the thing is, like, it hurts, but not too much, right? It's just a scratch. Again, we have Cat Spirit coming out here, and this is very much like, oh my gosh, look, I didn't, you know, water this flower, and oh no, it's dead now, right? And like, as you can see, the external world is going a little bit wonky. It's very much from the chemicals that are being put into the air that are causing, you know, this flower, this love to die. It says, adores round objects. It wanders the streets on a nightly basis to look for drop loose change. So someone is definitely stuck in the material realm, right? Likes round objects. I always associate with, you know, boobs and booty or balls, whatever it may be, you know, and then also looking for drop loose change has a lot to do with chasing the material rather than going towards your soul fulfillment. So I feel like someone is very much stuck in that energy, you know, and it does also talk about adoring round objects, and I apologize that someone is mowing their lawn, right? But, you know, it talks about adoring round objects, and we have these round objects here. So I think that you know about the chakras, right? You know about them. So make sure you take care of them. But we also have this, right? Which is a round object. And I feel like that's more what it is pointing to, because, you know, this is a trainer card, and trainer cards always indicate that it's the other person. And we have a timer ball in reverse. So I feel like this person does not have this, they don't have a sense of urgency about this situation, you know, whether that be love or whether it's someone in your family, right, that you're trying to magically impact, or someone within your community or things like that, right? This is not a time-based thing, and I feel like, you know, it's you adoring and trying to focus on time, right? Like, you know, it has to be done by this sort of time. It's a very impatient energy, and, you know, like, this is all about how to catch the other person, right? And the person can't come catch you, and you can't catch them based on any sort of time frame, right? It's an energetic thing that has to happen, right? And we see that you're enduring a lot on your own, and there has to be work that's done in order to energetically force them to truly comprehend, you know, what's going on here. And it's interesting, I didn't notice there's like an imprint and impression on here. I'm trying to see if it is a symbol. I've never noticed that. It kind of looks like a star, or even like a flower a little bit. But anyway, so yeah, there is an aspect of time that needs to be abandoned, and that might be part of what is stopping your manifestation, is because you're too focused on the time, right? Because you can't try to manifest someone, you know, by June 30th, right? It doesn't work that way. It's, you know, it's manifesting them based on energetic balances. And then we have Gramble using Tantrum. So this is a fairy type, very much, you know, again, this is the crown chakra. So we have the crown chakra in reverse again. But this is also one-on-one relationships, very much deal-making type relationships. You know, the fairies, the fae, you don't get anything from them unless you know, give them something. So there's some sort of tantrum. I feel like someone threw a tantrum inside of this relationship, and you are very much trying to manifest them based on some concept of time. It says, it can make most any Pokemon run away simply by opening its mouth to reveal its big fangs. Yeah, so someone definitely got super mouthy and threw a tantrum, and that may have, you know, scratched the other person. It's not that it's a deep hurt necessarily, but it was enough for them to be like, okay, this plant is dying, and I'm just going to go back to chasing the material and things like that. So, interesting. Let's see what's going on in the shadow here. What's going on here in the shadow for our dear Aries? What is going on in the shadow? So this wants to come out kind of stuck. Yeah, Loudred using Smash, Kick, and Stomp. Again, it goes hand in hand with that tantrum. So I feel like this is very much, this is very much an inner child wound is what I'm getting. Because we have Tantrum and then Loudred, which as you can see is kind of like a speaker Pokemon. You know, it's like always playing the whoop whoop, the dubstep, the loud music, whatever it may be, the deep bass. And it's very much because somebody is stuck, whether it's you or the person that you're dealing with. They're stuck in this tantrum type energy in the shadow. Why? Looks like inner child work, you know? It says, the shockwaves from its cries can tip over trucks. It stampedes its feet to power up. Yeah. So, you know, that's what you do when you throw a tantrum, right? You stomp kick, you smash, you blah, blah, blah. And the thing is, even in the 3D, even though it's only a little bit of scratch, and you might be like, you know, that didn't really hurt me, or I didn't really hurt them. In the 5D, energetically, it really caused a pretty big impact, okay? It just is what it is. Nothing can't energetically be fixed, right? If you focus on just trying to do the material stuff and trying to put a time constraint, you're never going to get what you want, right? All right, so let's see about this Angel of Mysteries. Well, that came first. Yeah, Judgment in reverse. So I feel like this is very much heavy witchcraft, might be some blood magic even, you know, for some of you, right? This is very much manifestation magic as well. It's the transmutation energy that Scorpio offers of, you know, killing yourself and being reborn again. It's very much that shamanic death of, you know, spiritually dying and being reborn without having the material have to die. But anyway, in reverse, I feel like there is some sort of judgment call that is not being made here. I feel like, you know, you're learning for learning's sake and understanding, you know, it's like you're taking everything in, but it's the applying, as we see, that is the difficulty of how do you apply it to, you know, from your root to your crown, you know, from the bottom to the top of your chakras, of your own energy source. Like, you have all this information, but there's some aspect of discernment that just isn't there yet, right? This can also be, you know, like not judging what you're learning, right? So I do feel that you are coming a little bit impartial, which is very positive to what you're learning. Like, you might learn something and be like, well, that sounds fucked up, but hey, I'm not judging it. So I really do think that you have an extremely open mind when it comes to what you're learning. And especially, like I said, because Mars is in Pisces, you are very much open to that divine knowledge that Pisces has to offer. And I feel like you're really releasing judgment of, like, even if you don't fully understand it, like, yeah, that sounds right. So let's see, what's the light aspect here? What's the light aspect here? What is the light aspect? So going right to the Meowth, we have Spupa using tackle. Yeah, so you might be using it to try to hurt this person, right? That is just chasing the material, because this is the heart chakra, you know, it's earth energy. So it could be that you are attacking people on earth, that you are, you know, using it to try to help heal, you know, the dead flowers, you know, help the planet. But more so on a personal level, I do feel like, you know, your heart chakra is very much kind of in attack mode. And I feel like you're learning a lot about magic right now. And like, even though it's good to keep an open mind about things, there is a sense of discernment that you need to be careful of, because, you know, if you attack out of your heart towards this person, it's gonna come back to you, right? It's just going to add to this emotional burden that you are bearing, because attacking with the heart is never a good idea, right? Everything always comes back to you. So it says, the beaks of the bird Pokemon can't begin to scratch the stalwart body. To defend itself, it spews powder. So I feel like you, because of what has been done to you, you feel the need to attack, and that's the way that you defend yourself, right? Which is a very Aryan quality. I totally understand that, right, Aries? Like, my mom's an Aries, so I have a very, you know, close relationship with them. I have, you know, close Aries friends, so I do understand the nature, you know, of your being. And I understand that you feel the need to attack, right? But the truth is that you need to attack your own inner child here, and rather than this other person, because if you just keep trying to hurt them, it's stopping what you truly want to manifest, right? It's inhibiting that from happening. So, and we do have, you know, Spupa is there in the snow. So I feel like there's an aspect of kind of going a little cold. Whether that's you or the other person, right? I mean, all these energies can be flip-flopped. All right, what's the shadow? This wanted to, I was going to say this wants to hide, but Kakuna using hide in reverse. So the thing is, it wants to hide, but you don't want to hide. And again, it's this heart chakra, right? And it's like you don't want to hide your heart. And that's why, like, in the shadow, it's because your heart doesn't want to hide itself. It doesn't want to cocoon itself. It doesn't just want to be in the shadow. It wants to be in the light. But the fact that you don't want to hide your heart is causing you to feel the need to protect it. And how do you protect it? By attacking. It says, while awaiting evolution, it hides from predators under the leaves and nooks and branches. So I think very much you are going through this evolution, you know, like you're in the pupate state, right? You haven't come out and become the butterfly yet, but you really are working on that transformation and evolving. But still, but I feel like there's something else that wants to come out here. What else is going on here in the shadow? I was going to say that's too much, but we'll take it. So we have Porygon Z coming out using Cyber Crush. We have Apom using Fiddle Around, and Krogunk using Poison Up. So, you know, we have Porygon Z, could be dealing with someone in Gen Z perhaps, and Cyber Crush. So you might be crushing on, I feel like this is someone else, right? I don't feel like your heart is attacking this person, but there's something else that's in the shadow when it comes to this. And it's very much someone that you enjoy communicating with online. It says, its programming was modified to enable its travel through alien dimensions. Seems like there may have been an error. So I do feel like you might be actually traveling to this person, or maybe, you know, connecting in the dream realm or things like that. But you do have another person here, and APOM is fiddle around. So you might be, you know, fooling around with them, monkeying around, you know, might be causing a little bit of chaos in each other's lives, or enjoying perhaps the destruction of the kingdom. APOM I also associate with the Hangman, which is stuck. So it's like you're stuck in this this ending, right? And because you're stuck in this ending, it causes you to get attached to cyber crushes and things like that, that, you know, are very much based on the astral realm or the dream realm or internet. It says its tail is so powerful that it can use it to grab a tree branch and hold itself up in the air. So I feel like this person, you know, here you are hiding under the branches, and it's like they just happen to be fooling around and, you know, swinging in those branches, right? Like there may have been an error. You might have been trying to manifest something and someone got a little bit caught in the mix, right? And it's Krogunk using poison up. So this person, this is a fighting type, so they might fight with you or might increase your fighting energy, and it's poison up. So they might be bringing some toxicity into your life, because it does talk about traveling into these other dimensions and, you know, poison being there. So be careful, especially because it's hide in reverse, the fact that you're not hiding your heart with this person. It looks like that they have the ability to poison it. It says, inflating its poison sacs, it fills the area with an odd sound and hits flinching opponents with a poison jab. So we have very much scorpionic energy with that poison jab and things like that, and the poison sacs. But it does talk about it filling the area with an odd sound. So there might be some aspect of using sound vibrations between you, and it's somehow adding to some sort of poison. Interesting energy here, Aries. Let's see about this endurance. What is this endurance? Yes, exactly. The Hanged Man again. This Four of Wands, Hanged Man in reverse. You are holding on to something that needs to be laid to rest. You know, like there's something that needs to be let go. Look at this spirit, right? It is trapped. It's in, like, you know, galvanized fucking stainless steel, you know, with sigils and magic. That spirit's not going anywhere, right? The Hanged Man is when you need to accept that there's an ending and that no paths lead from the Hanged Man, right? It's a dead issue, and you need to start a new path if you want the outcome. And you know, you've been clinging on to something that is very much dead, right? It needs to be abandoned. It needs to take a new approach. And that is what is causing you to feel like you are enduring this alone on only one leg, and that you are carrying the weight of the world, you know, on your shoulders like Atlas, right? And it's like, when are you going to shrug and shift the tectonic plates, baby? You know, like, how long are you going to hold on to this path that does not serve you? You're not getting the outcome that you want. And that's what's also stopping your manifestations, right? And the way you're manifesting is these people who are poisoning you, it looks like through the virtual realm, is because you are still clinging on and holding on to this burden that just needs to go away. What's the light energy? That came out fast. Professor Oak's hint. The trainer means the other person, but I feel like this is a different person. I feel like there's someone that you can go to. Like, here you are, the Angel of Mysteries, you know, reading the books and finding out the information for yourself. But this is very much the need to, you know, reach out to professionals, right? It's not just doing the work on your own. This is very much Could be an older gentleman figure, but I just feel like it's someone, you know, who might be a professor, an academic, could be, you know, a scientist or something like that. Someone who's very wise that can give you hints. And that's the thing, right? Is like, they can't tell you exactly what to do, but they can hint at how to get there. So I very much think that the input of, you know, some sage's wisdom is necessary here. What's the shadow here? What is the shadow here? Going right to there. Yeah, Larvitar, reckless charge in reverse. To stop these reckless charges, right? To stop this fighting energy of recklessly charging towards this path that no longer serves you. And you know that it feeds into this tantrum energy and being stuck in causing this chaos. And, you know, it might be them, right? If it's not you. This does feel like Aries energy. No offense, Aries. You are one to throw tantrums and things like that. I love you guys so much, and that's why I feel fine saying that. But, you know, if it's the other person, how do you stop them from recklessly charging at you, right? It's, you have to fix your shit energetically, and it forces them. It just naturally elevates them, right? They have to match your energy, and they will be challenged to do that. And the energy cord between you naturally is going to ripple to cause that. So it's all about stopping that reckless charge, stopping that fight, right? You can't keep fighting for this path that no longer serves you or the other person, right? You cannot just keep enduring this alone, you know, with your one leg, you know, until what? Until you drown in these emotions. It says, born deep underground, it comes above ground and becomes a pupa once it has finished eating the surrounding soil. You know, like it just went to the cocoona, right? Again, we have this pupae energy of needing to cocoon oneself in order to have that final evolution to become the butterfly, right? It talks about like eating the soil, eating dirt. Like, how long are you going to eat this dirt, right? How long are you going to, you know, eat the dirt instead of grounding yourself in it, right? Like, there's very much some sort of guidance that it, like, you can find it in the book, but there's a person out there who can help you with this, right? So, Aries, we're going to see what you need to hear about love right now. But I am going to continue the extended if you're interested. The link is in the description box below. We are going to see how, like, first of all, what is this person's deal? How best to ground yourself in this situation. We're also going to look deeper into, you know, how we can navigate working on this heart chakra, right? And also this third party situation that you seem to be a part of. And we will also look deeper into, you know, who this person might be that you can go to for help, but more importantly, how you can release this path that you really need to release. Okay. So what does Aries need to hear about love right now? Going right to the Loudred. It is better to have loved and lost than to never have loved at all. Yeah, that's the thing. You know, love teaches us, it breaks open our heart chakra so that we have access to this infinite love, this infinite source, right? And it has to happen. And it's better that we loved and lost than to never have loved at, which is, you know, this stomp kick or smash kick stomp Pokemon, very loud. And I feel like the reason why you feel the need to throw a tantrum and to do these types of things is because you feel like, oh, it would have been better if I just never met them at all. Like, I shouldn't have loved them type energy. But no, right? Like, this has influenced you spiritually, right? It's spiritually activated you. It's taught you so many lessons. It has caused you to start studying some pretty interesting things, right? Like, the problem is that you need to let go of this, right? In order for them to come to you, if that's truly what you want, you need to let go. And you need to stop trying to manifest this, because whatever you're doing with your magic, you're not grounded, and it's bringing you these people who are poisoning you, right? And it is better that you had this love. It's taught you so much. It has made you wise. It has made you compassionate. It has opened up your heart, right? What else does Aries need to hear about love? Whew. Two souls, but a single thought. Two hearts that beat as one. Yeah, you know that your heart is connected to this person, right? And you, like I mentioned in the from the cleansing ceremony, it was Meowstick using psychic. So I do feel like you guys have that telepathy, right? The same brain where you're able to telepathically communicate and things like that. And I feel like because you were so, you know, third eye connected as well as heart connected, the separation is really doing a number on you that has caused you to believe that it would have been better if you never would have fallen in love at all. And that is not true, right? Love is the most beautiful, potent force that we could ever ask for. Each of us is an angel with only one wing. We can only fly by embracing one another. Yeah, very twin flamey, you know, of course, with the heart and the third eye connection, as well as the way that we are able to fly is by embracing one another. When you are able to, you know, fully outstretch your wing, right? You want to know the true mysteries. You want to be able to truly fly and to understand the mysteries. You got to do your work, right? To bring your other angel wing, to bring your twin to you, you have to do your work, let go of this, stop enduring this alone and manifesting in the wrong way. You know, get rid of your blockages for manifesting, I should say. And that makes the other wing come to you, and you can truly comprehend these mysteries, right? All of these Piscean lessons that we truly want to know as a human collective of we are all one. There is no separation, right? And through the twin flame journey, that is what is taught to us, right? And also, you know, we can only fly by embracing one another. I think that's even a further call to find someone who's very wise that might be able to help you break this cycle. All right, Aries, like I said, if you want to follow me into the extended, the link is in the description box below. If you're interested in a private reading, please feel free to email me at sachithescorpio@gmail.com, or you can hit me up on Instagram at sachithescorpio. I have a lot of astrology stuff there if you're interested in that. And if not, then I hope to see you again for your next reading. Aries, I love you so much. I'm sending you a big hug and a kiss on your third eye. Mwah.